Right, hello, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you can all hear me. Just got everything set up. So, right, let's take off the start screen and we should have working visuals. If there is any issues, as usual, you can let me know in the live chat. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do the Minecraft video that I promised earlier this week. There was a few issues with my realm. They have been sorted thanks to Mojang, who managed to get my realm back online in time for the stream. However, I have managed to do a little bit of work off camera. Not loads, but some work. Mainly because I did want this stream to be the exact carbon copy of the last stream. So, I've mined a bit more of this lab out. Again, still not decorated, I don't have the stuff for it. And equally, I have not had all that much time to play it. However, as you can see, we have quite a fair bit of resource in our chests in terms of melon, sugarcane, and we do have some pumpkins. And the minecart is working now, going both ways. So, I'll show you how much has changed. So if we go up here, which is all the same as it was, sugarcane farm's not been touched at all. What has been touched is this. This has doubled in size. This is the melon and pumpkins now. And this is the resource that I did some harvesting on this morning. So, yeah, basically I've got 4 melons and 4 pumpkins growing in this farm. I would do it bigger, but I have not had time, and I don't think I have the resource, to be honest. But yeah, that's what's changed since the last stream. If any of you did watch my stream yesterday on Pokemon Pokopia, you will know that I didn't have a start screen for that stream. I'm just going to make sure this all disappears. Sorry. Distracting. I didn't have a start screen for that. I have since done that. So we are pretty much ready for anything that will happen. For some reason, I do have an issue on some of my wood keeps accidentally stripping. Whether that's me or not, I don't know. Why is this all not just disappearing? Why is this not getting picked up by the minecart? We will get to building in a minute, but where's the minecart and why is it not picking things up? So it has just come from over there, so has it picked it all up now? Let's have a look. I mean, this isn't the greatest design, I should point out. Like, in terms of the way it works, it's not the greatest. And I might have to change it because there's a lot in here and it's not been collected seemingly for a while. So why is it not working? Because there's a lot. There's like 5.5 stacks there, so why is the... I mean, that might explain it. The rail doesn't go far enough, to be honest. So let's make sure. So we'll wait for the minecart to come back just to make sure that it is actually working. Because obviously it is all dropping. I think it's because it's dropping all at the sides of the blocks as well. Which is a potentially major issue. So we can go under here. That wasn't the idea. Right, great. Just give me a second because I have kind of... Oh. You know, this is why we don't faff with things. Well, the system, I mean, wasn't working very well. The system is now well and truly broken. So, what we're going to do is we may as well now just mine all of this out. And if we get that at least on the rail... Okay. So it's at least gotta go somewhere. We're gonna need some more iron because we're gonna need some more rails, more powered rails, just to make sure this is actually able to function. And then I promise we will get to building. I promise we'll get there. But yeah, welcome to the stream. If you are enjoying what you see, make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. It greatly helps us out. Let's head on over to where we have the iron and gold. Because I don't think we need that much iron. Because you make quite a lot anyway when you make them. And do I still have... I do still have a powered rail. We could maybe do with some more. And I need some more redstone as well. Now, how much redstone do I have? Plenty of redstone, to be honest. Just grab 2 blocks of redstone. So what we're going to need to do is, in order to expand these farms, we need a lot of quartz. And it is nighttime already, which is really annoying because I've not lit up my base one bit. But let's go and jump over to our house. And what we can do is... I'm just smelting some charcoal, by the way. So let's make that. We can make 2 redstone torches, make... Why have I just made activator rails? Why have I just made activator rails? That is such a waste of iron. Such a waste of 6 iron. Honestly. Why would I do that? Never mind. So. We'll go and grab some gold. It's going to be a key ingredient. And then we'll fix the farm, make sure it's all working to the best of the ability of the farm. And then we can get building. So, as I say, I've done the resource gathering this time before the stream. I know, it's rare for me to do work before stream, but I've done it. Done the resource gathering that we actually need. So, yeah, we are... all set for building today. For everyone that is interested, I have just uploaded a video which you can check out after the stream. I mean, technically you can check out during the stream, but you may as well stick around and watch. I've not made... there's a craft table over here. I was going to say I've not made the power rails. So, I have just uploaded... I've uploaded 2 videos today, I think. Yeah. I've been busy today. I've uploaded 2 videos today and a shorts, and now I'm live. So we're doing a lot today, to be honest. But let's have a look. So, in terms of this, we'll just... That's going to get stuck into... Okay, let's... Right, let's let the minecart go over there. So it's going to go all the way over here. Yeah, okay, so... Let's just... temporarily have the minecart cease there. Just whilst we mine out all this space. So we can fix this farm. Because this farm is plain and simply not working. And we need it to work. Like, this farm's, like, important to the game. Like, this farm is important to my ability to continue in the game. So it's absolutely a vital thing. Let's just do this and we can sort it out in a second. Because what we need to do is this one's going to need to get extended anyway. So we may as well do that. Which means that's going to need to do that. Which means that is going to do that. And then this can go like this. Okay. And that works. Yeah, that works. Okay. Though this doesn't, to be honest. There, well, that would do for a minute, because I've messed up. Oh, no, no, no. I've messed the farm up again. Messed all the rails up again. Give me a second. Okay. I just got it all perfectly functioning as well. Almost perfectly functioning. So if we do that. And then have that end there. With a powered rail. Oh no, that can't go there, can it? Because that's going to have water beneath it. So it can't go there. Which means... Hang on, could it? I don't know if this is actually going to work, but we'll test it. If we do that, it does work. That's a better idea. So if we do that, then put dirt like that, so then that'll go up. So it'll go, the idea is, it would come up this way, and then it'll go across this whole system. And hopefully it will work. We'll just give it an extra bit of power here. Let's just do that actually. Just for a second, because I don't want the system to break whilst I do this. So let's just grab a redstone torch, which can be used to power all of that. I say what we actually need to do is go this way. Because I think if we get into the system, it's not a massive issue because we can come out the other side. Because we could just come down here. And there we go. The system's all fully functioning, which is perfect. And so let's stick all of this in there. So absolutely tons and tons of stuff there. Eventually I will do an automatic storing system with this, but I need to check how we make those because my redstone ability is not that good. But I'm going to head over and while we build around the sugarcane farm, we'll be able to see if it's actually functioning. I don't know why I've just grabbed a stone axe, I don't need it. So, let's grab some water. Just in case I need it. And then what we can do is we can grab some redwood logs. Because we've already started this in redwood, so we may as well continue it. So let's do this then, because we should now see in a couple of minutes the sugarcane there should disappear. By rights. So there is the issue that I don't know where the minecart is at any given point. But it still doesn't seem to be collecting it. Let's mine that piece. Because then I'd be able to see at least where it is. Yeah, it's not collecting it. Is it collecting it over at the other farm? Because this is meant to work. Let me just grab... I'm just going to grab some extra logs that I don't actually need. Just while I pillar up to make sure this is working. I might have to check that. Because minecarts with hoppers are meant to be able to pick something up through a block. But it's just not picking it up through the blocks. Which is annoying, to be honest. So what we'll do is let's head into the lab. Because what I'll do is I'll mine it. Because I'll destroy that rail. Ah, that's why it's not picking anything up. So that's why it's not picking anything up, is because it's too busy dealing with melon slice. So that might be something we need to address. Because if that's getting overloaded and ultimately having no space for sugarcane, that's where we're having the problem then. So we'll leave that dealing with that. I want to see, have I got shears in here? I do. Just because I could do with a second bed. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's the village. That's the furniture trader that doesn't work. Oh, I have a stack of quartz still, so that's good. So we can actually continue the farm quite successfully. Is this now emptying quite well? Yes. So we have got, like, pretty much about 18 stacks of we have pretty much got about 18 stacks of the melon slice, so that's going to eventually need dealing with. What is also going to need dealing with is I don't have any sheep. Because, to be honest, I've been very lazy when it comes to animals. And that's going to be a farm that I need to do at some point. Is going to be making an automatic sheep shearer. Because I do like doing that. So let's bring the sheep down here. We'll bring it into the little area here, and then you're not leaving, mate. Come on. So if we do that and then that, just so we can access it, but he can't get out. And then we'll be nice and we'll give it some wheat, because it's just going to clog up my inventory. So, there we go. The hopper now should be able to start collecting everything again properly. Now, sheep, please give me more than one wool, please. Nope, it's not being very nice. Okay. Okay, sheep, you could stay in there while I continue to wait for through the night. So, yeah, the farm should now be working. The farm should now actually all be getting collected properly, which is super duper ideal. And we should notice it. Keep putting things into the hoppers. Because if need be, I can slow it down and add some more hoppers to try and stop that happening. Because that's maybe what needs to happen, because it's only dropping... Yeah, because I think it's going really quickly down there. And I think that's a little bit of a problem. So I think that's why it's getting clogged up, is because it's going through the system really, really quick. So if that is what's going on, we maybe need to address that. Because that's not ideal. Because ideally what we don't want is for the farm to keep getting clogged up. Because obviously if the farm gets clogged up, then we're not going to get any of the joys of it being automated, because we keep having to reset the system. At least does it take longer. We don't have to go through the massive farms that we're building, so there's benefits to it. Because if we look now, there's a lot of mobs in there. That's not good. Well, let's just leave them to their merry, merry lives. And hopefully, our minecart will pick up a little bit more in terms of resource. But for now, we are going to build up all of these walls while getting shot at from a skeleton that's annoyingly got a very good shot. I mean, I commend the skeletons because their shot is amazing. Much better than it used to be, but it's really quite annoying. And this is also going to use an absolute ton of resource, just doing this. So I think probably going forward, what we might have to do is have several minecart tracks just going up and down. So it's one only, it could actually cope with up to 5 stacks of something. Is going to be better. I'm just going to get some of the redwood planks as well. So if we can make it so it copes better with the resource. Because if it could take 5 stacks, that would be amazing. And then we could just have it deposit that into a chain of hoppers to bring it down. That might be a better way of doing it. Right, let me figure this out then. So, we've covered up this, so we at least know what's going on. So, if we were to do another farm, you would have rail, dirt, and then you'd need the sugarcane piston observer. So, sugarcane piston observer. So it needs to go up this high. I'm concerned we're going to run out of resource. And I did get I got 9 stacks of redwood logs. But then I didn't go to the redwood forest, to be honest. I just grew them all here. And that was, yeah, that was this morning. So I've had a very busy day, to be honest. Very busy, very productive, and generally just doing a lot of stuff for YouTube, to be honest. Because I've recorded 2 videos as well today, so that's fun. They're going out. One's obviously just come out, one's coming out tomorrow, assuming I can edit it in time. I'm not going to promise tomorrow because normally when I promise like that, I don't manage to get it done in time. And yeah, I'm going to run out of redwood. Okay. I think it will be impressive if I don't run out of redwood, but we might have to go and get some resource while we're on stream. But it's fine. We will manage to get through. Because, yeah, we're not going to have nearly enough redwood, yeah. So what, we need 3, 6, 9, yeah. A lot, to be honest. Just a lot. So I say it's probably best to just go to the redwood forest. And hopefully not break the game. The redwood forest quite often breaks my game because it's like, when you mine one of the big trees, it's trying to do a lot. So what I might do is, oops. We'll go over there with a bed. Or, actually, should we take advantage of something that's actually in the gate, in our packs? Because something in the pack is a sleeping bag. Which just uses 3 wool. I think. Yeah, a sleeping bag. There we go. And I'm guessing that we can... I'm guessing we'll be able to sleep on it. I imagine that it has got that functionality. But we will have a look at night. When it gets to night time, we'll see how it goes. But let's head over to the Redwood Forest, which is just over in this direction. And we can get the resource that we so desperately need. As usual, the stream will be uploaded to YouTube after we finish the stream. Will be up, I think it goes up straight away, to be honest. So, all being well, we should manage to have that going up for you guys to watch. If you do want to rewatch the whole stream, or you can just watch the bits that you actually want to watch. Well, yeah, let's continue going this way, because we should eventually reach where we need to be. And then what I will do is I will try next week, I will try and do an iron farm in a video, one way or another. I will probably be following a tutorial, probably much to people's displeasure, but anytime I try and make an iron farm without a tutorial, I just can't. So we will have to use a tutorial, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so we should soon be at the Redwood Forest, I think. That's assuming we've gone the right way. What forest is this? I may be a little bit concerned that I've not gone far enough this way, because I'm just not finding it, which is irregular. Usually I can find it really easily. Ah, that's the Redwood Forest. You can tell by the really, really big trees. They are massive trees. They are massive. Oh, great. So someone who's in the same room as me is playing Procopia for the first time. Oh, that's the one biome. I've just realised they're fir trees. She's playing Procopia for the first time, and one of the Pokemons got stuck on a tree. So, hopefully that gets sorted for her. Okay, sorry about that. I did just go silent for a bit. I got killed by a Quetzal. They are the most annoying creatures in the game. Bear in mind, I don't have loads of resource, so I'm trying not to use my armor too much, because it does break really quickly. But it is meaning that the Quetzals are just beating me up, like, massively. Like, sometimes they are peaceful, sometimes they are massively aggressive, and it is so infuriating sometimes, because they're everywhere. Like, there's no stopping them from spawning. Yeah, this works as a sleep function. Okay, that's good. Ooh. Yeah, so they're everywhere, which is even more annoying because you can't get away from them. That'll probably be the most awkward one to try and get into the zoo when I make it. The massive zoo, which we're going to start doing in videos soon. I'm going to say soon because I need to figure out where we're going to do it. What is that? I'm a little bit more concerned because that's the first time I've seen an aquatic dinosaur. And I'm not sure I like the idea of those. I mean, I'm not sure I'm looking forward to trying to capture one to do the zoo, but you know, we will do what we have to do and we will figure out how it's going to work. I am thinking, by the way, for the lab, we're going to do it with diorite, I think. So what we're going to do is next week in a video, we will try and do the iron farm. I'll try and do it in a video. If not, I might just do a massive thing off camera. It depends how it goes. Because obviously we're going to need loads of leaves and everything, so I've got to do the resource gathering anyway. But we'll see how it goes, because obviously I will have to because I'm going to follow a tutorial to make sure it works. I need to get villagers halfway across the world if there's still some surviving in the village, just so that I can breed them. So depending on how long we are building for today, what we might do is we might try and get the villagers over to our base just to try and make it a little bit easier. But transporting villagers is painfully slow. Because I haven't got the elytra, obviously. Not got elytra. I've not got a happy ghast. And even if I had a happy ghast, it wouldn't be as annoying, but it would still be just as slow. That's the one advantage with a happy ghast. It at least makes it easier, because you could just go in a boat above the land, like just flying over. It would be easier, but we can't do that, unfortunately. Purely, unfortunately, because I don't have it, so. But yeah, right, we are at the Redwood Forest, and the Quetzal is beating me up already. So let's go into the forest a bit more, where hopefully it won't attack me too much. And I can already feel the frames dropping, so I'm just going to quickly change some settings. Just because I'm going to hopefully try and make the world run a little bit better. Right, okay. So hopefully that'll work. So I have access to change the tick speed of the game. And so I've lowered the tick speed down. Lower than it is as standard, to my knowledge. So to my knowledge, the normal tick speed is around about 20 ticks per second. However, I've currently just set mine to 1. Oh. That was actually quite nice. Normally doesn't do that, but the add-on might have had an update. And that's dark oak wood. What leaves are they? Hang on. What leaves are they? Because Because they're really pretty leaves. Oh, they're dark oak leaves in a magic forest. That's nice. They look really nice. They look really nice like that. Oh, what are these? Sorry. Blue hydrangeas. Ooh, nice. Getting distracted, as usual, to be honest. Let's grab another... Ah, there we go. Wow. So it did knock down the whole tree. Because if it knocked down the whole tree, it would, one, be impressive, but it uses up the entire durability. So it looks like some of the glitches in the add-on, in terms of getting it to work with the Essentials add-on, it looks like some of them have been fixed, which is absolutely perfect. And wow, it's taken out the whole tree. So it's taken the tree out with 2 axes. It used 2 axes to take out the whole tree. But I should have done this earlier. I didn't realise it had been fixed, so I was like, I don't want to take on a tree that's so big, because I just don't have... I didn't want to spend ages doing a tree that was going to be 3 stacks of logs. But we've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5 logs really quickly. And yeah, okay, so it's... If you get the middle log in these trees, it will just come all down, which is nice. We will just mine one that's just off the side. And that's the rest of the tree gone, so that's all lovely. We didn't crash our game, which is nice. The Redwood Forest has crashed my game like 5 times, so it's nice that it's not crashed this time. We've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just over 10 stacks. That is very nice. So let's head back home. Why is my days played not on the screen? Sorry. I like having days played on the screen. Why is it not on there? Video. Is it in video? I don't think it's in video. It's in game. General settings. Maybe. Game settings. Show days played. I don't want locator bar though. Not that anyone's gonna join me, but I don't want that. Okay, the Quetzal's gonna kill me anyway, so we'll let it. So 89 days played. Really? Have I been playing the game that much? I mean, yes. I have played the game a lot. I always do. That's just me. I play this game loads. I always have, to be honest. Like, I've been playing this game, what, like, over 10 years, I think I've been playing this game. I'm just going to be back in a second. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back in just like a minute or two. Okay, I am back. I do apologise. I'm trying to set my start screen off. Right, there we go. So we are back. Let me get back into position. So, what we're gonna do then is obviously we've got the walls on this building, so it's pretty safe. And because of how much redwood I've got, I'm just gonna pile out of here using the redwood. And just like the last building, we're gonna just stick a roof on. Though I want to make sure. Let me use my stone axe. I just want to make sure it's the right size. I don't need to just stick an extra one on top. So, right. Rail, dirt, sugar, piston, observer. Yeah, roof. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we were going to be on the right level. And I've just thought, like, this is going to be a complete mob trap. Oh, no. These blocks are, like, so difficult to build with. Yeah, we're going to make this, like, a massive mob trap. But it's fine. Like, what's not to love about battling through a building filled head to toe with mobs? Like, you know, what's not to love? I've done it before in where I've done Skyblock, and I just make accidental, really heavily congested areas of mobs, and I'm like, well, that wasn't the idea. I once did it. I did a really big Skyblock thing. And I accidentally created a massive mob farm, and I was like, oops. But yeah, I probably won't do a Skyblock series actually on YouTube for a very long time, because I'm obviously doing this world, and I'm doing 5 other games. I'm doing 6 games in total. Like, I'm doing a lot of games now, so I've not got time to do like multiple series on one game. Like, you just get the one series of each game, because I am a very busy person, like. As much as I would love to do, like, multiple things on Minecraft, I plain and simply can't. Same as, like, I can't do 2 series on Lego Fortnite. I do one that's, like, all about being creative, and one that's all about the storyline of a game. Like, I can't do that because I don't have the time. Oh, no. Like, I have the time, obviously, for what I'm doing at the minute, but if I was to start adding loads more to the schedule, I would just not be able to do it anymore. So, for me, I'm just being careful on what I'm actually making content-wise, because, as I say, like, you know, timing is not easy, and I'm now doing four streams a week. Yeah, I'm doing 4 streams a week, and then I'm kind of doing 4 to 7 videos a week. Sometimes even going to be 8 videos going forward. So it's a lot of stuff being made. I'm just going to come in here and add a bit more light, just to make it a bit nicer. And then, can I go in here? Yeah. I just want to light this up a bit more, just to make sure that we don't get any mobs spawning in here. There we go. Right. So, with this one, I might do it all stripped, because we can make Can we do that with these as well? Like, can we... oops. No, okay. If we do this stripped, maybe, it might look... Because I want this to kind of look a little bit different. Right, okay. So, this building, we're going to go around the outside. Because I want this to look like a farm storage building. Right. Crazy as the idea might be with this. Because we've got this containing water. I want to see if... Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. I don't think we destroyed any redstone. No, it looks like the redstone is all intact. Which is good. Because that means we can do a... So this one's going to be much taller, I think. So, because it's already 2 floors. I'm kind of thinking I want to double the size of this. It's maybe the plan. However, as much as I keep hurting myself doing this, and I need to remove that. Right, there we go. If we remove that, and is there anything... Oh, I had enough. I had enough redwood. I just forgot that I left loads in there. How are we going to hide this? Because this is going to be needed on every floor. So how do we hide that? I think we're going to have to... If we extend this by 1, like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Because then that could do that. There we go. So that will work. It just means that the rest of the building is going to be naturally bigger. Just because of the rails, like... But there's nothing we can do about that. So it's going to be like that. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing we could do about, obviously, the rails getting in the way. The rails need to be there. They're what makes the automation work properly. Or as close to properly as we can get. Like, it's not quite perfect automation because it kind of fills itself up really quickly. So, but we will sort something out with that. But let's go all the way around. I think I messed up there. Because I think I've just managed to oh no, I did do it right, okay. I was going to say, I thought I'd placed something random really badly. So, obviously this is already 2 floors. But this farm doesn't need as much space. Technically. Because with this farm... If we get... We'll do it with oak planks this time, because that's what I've got on me. So, we obviously need... The rails would go on top of there. So, you obviously got the kind of ceiling on this to put the rails on there. So, rail, and then the plants, and then the ceiling on top of that. So, that would... So, you got... the kind of roof for this one, and then the rails, the dirt, and then the plant, sorry. So the plant's on there. So you want to go 1 higher than that. And then repeat that again. But because we're doing the ceiling this time, we don't need to accommodate that. We just need to accommodate from the rails, which is better. I don't think we're going to run out. I think we're okay. I mean, famous last words on the we'll probably run out now, but we should be okay, I think. We have absolutely tons of resource. And this will allow for the extra expansion of the farm as we go forward in the game. And in this world, obviously, as we go forward and need the bigger farms for trading, we will absolutely need all of the melon and the pumpkins that we can. So, we've figured out the rails need to go on that redwood block. So if you got rails, then dirt, and then plant. And so then, on top of there... Have I done that right? Yeah, okay. So we need to go up one more after this, I think. Because obviously we need the space for the ceiling, or the roof. Because this above this one's the roof, so... Yep, I've done that right, good. And all of this actually being made out of redwood logs is really nice. Because I think redwood logs look really nice. We just need to figure out entryways, because if ever we need to do any TLC on the farm, I don't know where we're going to get into the farms. To be honest, let's just make a bunch of redwood planks. So as the advantage with this one, the building is much smaller. This building is one hell of a lot smaller than most of them. In terms of like the floor space that it uses, though it's 4 floors, and by the time like we actually fill this up, we're gonna have 2 floors melon, 2 floors pumpkin, so it'd be 8 pumpkins and 8 melons, which will mean we're gonna need an uncrafter. We are absolutely going to need an uncrafter. Not an uncrafter, a crafter. We don't have uncrafting. I've not got that add-on. Yeah, we're gonna need a crafter, because ultimately, like, this is gonna get pricey on space. We're gonna need a lot of space. So we've built around the farms. As promised, we have done what we said we were going to do. So what we now need to do is, as I equally said, we want to do a iron farm. Now I know the premise of an iron farm. I'm not, I know kind of how it works. I know we need villagers, and a lot of them. What I also know is we need doors on these buildings, so we're going to quickly do that. We're going to do doors. Oh, that is an amazing crafting recipe. I love that. So, I've just noticed, so this will be from the Essentials add-on. And it lets you turn concrete powder into concrete in the crafting table. It does it with oxidization as well. Like if I go, and if I type in copper, obviously we have all the copper tools and that, which we have anyway. But so you've always got all the wax versions, but somewhere there's the recipes with the oxidant. So you can make oxidized copper using an oxidant. So you've got that item, and you can do it for all of these. I don't think you can do it for anything else other than the blocks of copper. Like, and there's limitations to it for what they've added, because obviously it would be a lot of work to add it with all of them. But it's a really nice feature. I like those features that allow you to do that, because I think they're kind of the features that are designed for people to kind of enjoy. Ooh, this is cool. In the sleeping bag, we can eat while we're in bed. That's really cool. I mean, you know, it's not advised to eat while you're in bed, but it works. It's quite nice to do. I also want to put stripped wood around the things. And, oh, did I never fix the floor? Well, I've not got the blocks to fix the floor now, so that floor is staying broken. And for now, we will just only have the one entrance on there, but that's going to need another entrance at some point. If we go in here, can we get all the way around? Yeah, we can. So let's do another entrance that's sideways on. So, like, there and there. Now, this one's going to be a fun one. This one's going to be fun because inevitably the doors will open randomly, which is really fun. I think it's going to be funny because the doors will just open randomly. I've put that in the wrong place. So I put the door in the wrong place. But yeah, the doors might open randomly. Though no, they won't, because I put the door in the wrong place. That was why it was going to happen. But door's in the right place now. See? Looks so much better. There we go. So we've got an interest in all the buildings. So all the buildings are functional. They can be used quite nicely. So what we're gonna need in order to do this. Why did that wandering trader just go and climb on the bridge? Like, not just actually where you're meant to be on the bridge. He was on the sides of the bridge. Like, why would you do that? I mean, admittedly, wandering traders have never been the smartest of creatures. But they just spawn, like, they were spawned in a cave. It's quite funny. They were just spawned in a cave. Right, let's see. So if we make some planks, and we can then make a boat, I think. Yeah, an oak boat. So that's what we're going to need. And then we need a lead. And then we need a lead. So let's go and get a lead. Because then we can at least lead the boats. Because we can't lead a villager. Yeah, you can't put a villager on a lead. It's unfortunate. I wish we could. Be much easier to get them to travel, but we can't. I'll have leads somewhere, I think. Do I not? I was going to say I have leads. I'm sure I have a lead. Right. So we know where there is some villagers. Which is over this way. So I swear everything's over this way. This is like the only direction I travel, because everything's all in the one direction from my house. We're going to go across land. Try and make it so that we can know how we're going to get the villagers back, because it's not going to be easy to get them back. It's definitely not going to be easy to get the villagers back. And then we will get them breeding. Now, the way I usually do... What is... Oh, it's a Stegosaurus. Okay. No, that's an Ankylosaurus. Anyway, what I usually do with iron farms, in order to get them to work as efficiently as possible, I generally build them higher up. So what I might do is I might make a 50 block tower. And then on top of the 50 block tower, make a little kind of cabinet for the villagers. So then we can breed them, but they're kind of where we need them. But I'm not going to do the iron farm in the stream, just because I know that I'm going to be watching a tutorial, and I don't think it's going to be very nice for you to watch me do this while I'm watching a tutorial, because I don't know how to do it. Right, oh, we do have villagers. Okay, this is good. So let's get him in a boat. Right, come on, villager friend. We need you in a boat. Okay. Come on. You need to go in the boat. There we go. I was going to say, why is he not going in the boat? Right, so... The tree is around the other side. So that's awkward, because I need to be... right, I need to go this way. So it's not ideal that we have to take villagers home this way. We're going to try and get them back alive. Like, that's the plan. Whether that happens or not, like, we'll have to see, because moving villagers isn't known for being easy. Easier now we can leave boats, but it's not exactly ideal. But what we may as well now, because like we usually stream for 2 hours and we didn't spend as long doing the building because it was all one block for all of them, because we don't need to make things look good at the minute. We'll do that in the future. But I think the important bit is going to be getting these home, getting ready so we can do the farm. Unfortunately, I can't do time lapses. I wish I could, but I can't, so it will probably be a lot of me cutting out the process of building things up, so like building the walls, things like that. It will just be on a time-lapsed, and I just skip through, because I don't have the ability to time-lapse. I wish I did. I wish I was able to, but unfortunately, I would need to go on multiple devices to do it, which is awkward, and I can't just join myself on a realm. I'd have to set up multiple of each of the accounts, which is then awkward. So we will just go on what we can do, which is just skipping through videos to make things easier. Let me... If I break that, can we get the villagers through? Yeah, good. Right, let's bring the villagers along here then. I don't actually want to take them into water, because if I take them into water, I don't have another boat, so I've got to swim, and that's not ideal. Though, to be fair, the waters are safer than most of the biomes, I think. Especially with the dinosaurs, like there's so few that go underwater anyway, and at that, like, they're not all hostile. A fair few are, and I've ended up going to the water anyway. But we're gonna just stay on land because it's gonna be easier. Though, having said that, I keep having to jump up to get them up, because we have to jump higher than where they're going for the lead to work. And it's getting dark, so let's go to sleep with the villagers watching me, because we don't want the villagers to get hurt. That's the key, is these villagers cannot get hurt. Okay, the villagers got hurt, but not too badly. Like, they're both still alive. We're okay. I messed that up massively. There we go. Right, so let's continue bringing the villagers this way, because this is kind of the direction we need to go. I think. I'm assuming this is the right direction. So oh, no. I don't want to bring them into water, is what I said. Because equally, once they're in water, I can't get them out of water. So, realistically, keep them on land. We might have to make a makeshift bridge. We're going to have to do a makeshift bridge. So let's do it. We'll do it out of redwood planks. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. We'll do it on the surface of the water. I am a little bit concerned, like, this bridge is not going to be at all secure, so I'm hoping that we don't toss the villagers into the water. Funny as that may be to watch, I can't get them back out. But there we go. We've got them through that hurdle. And so we've got them at least some of the way. It is maybe problematic. I don't know the coordinates of my base. I've never known the coordinates of my base in this world. I mean, we're coming up to the right biome, but that's as much as I know. So let's continue jumping them up. There we go. Jump, jump. There we go. Just keep jumping up. We're home. We are very nearly home. With two very alive villagers. Oh no. It's a good job they can't take 4 damage in a boat. If they weren't in a boat, they would be taking damage. And let alone after the zombie attack, they've both taken some hits. So, we need to keep these safe. Come on. Right, let's... Do we have anywhere where they're going to be safe? I think... Should we take them to the lab? Let's take them to the lab that's not built yet. We'll take them to the location of the lab that's got no design at all. Because that's the safest place for them, I think. They're now changing their professions. We will deal with that in a minute. Come on. up onto the bridge. And we can take them away. So. And this should lead pretty much straight into the lab. Oh no. Sheep, 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 stay. Right, come on sheep, you're coming with us as well. That's not the idea. Nope, nope, nope. You are not leaving. You sheep are staying where you are in the lab. Right, let's make a makeshift space for them. Come on. This way. Can you kind of go into the corner, please? The difficulties of moving them around. I need to get them into the corner. There we go. I don't need you on a lead now. I don't need you on a lead. Right, okay. I don't need them on a lead now because we are going to make them the ultra safe villager home. And you, my little friend, are going to get the ultra safe sheep home. And you are going to stay. You are going to stay. Because I have a lead now. So I can make you stay in there. There we go. So I want my lead back. There we go. Right. Sheep is safe. Villagers are safe. It's raining, I think. Yeah, it's raining. Great. And we can open the lab back up. Because I want the lab to be mostly open anyway. That's the idea. So. I'm thinking, what's the best way to do it? Do we take them up into the sky first and then breed them? Or do we breed them and then take them up into the sky? Because getting them up into the sky is easy enough. Like, it's not difficult to get them into the sky. And we do need lots of wool for this. So let's grab some dirt. Let's grab a stack of dirt. And we're going to make this work, I think. Somehow, one way or another, we will make this work. I don't know how, but we're going to make it all work so that we don't run out of resource. So let's run the trail of dirt in here. And I'm going to set my tick speed back to what it was when we started the stream. Oops. So, right. Set the tick to 20. Makes things grow at a nicer pace, to be honest. Can we make... Hang on. I think we need loads of sticks, don't we? Or is it loads of... Ah, it's loads of slabs that we need. Okay. Right, so we can make some composters. What we're going to do is... do that. Because to my knowledge, they can't get out, but they're going to be safe. And let's get them both a composter. They're both farmers, which is good. Currently, they won't breed because we don't have any beds for them. And I don't have enough wool to make the beds. What I do have, though, is an ability to make some fences. Because then, what we can do is if we make some fences, we can just replace them here. And I'm gonna make a fence gate before I forget that we need it. Ooh, that crafting recipe is generous. 3 fence gates. That's a nice crafting recipe. Now, I have kind of realised another glaring problem with this idea. I've made the area for the sheep nice in the lab temporarily. But I need to replace the ground. Whilst he's in the pen. There we go. So it was a glaring issue. There was no way this was gonna actually work properly. But we can now get the grass in place. I think. Eventually, the grass could grow in here. Maybe slowly, but it will grow. So let's go to sleep, and then maybe we can get another sheep. Which will make this process a bit quicker. I know it is a bit horrible because we can hear the mobs. But they're like all above us because the AI is like amazing. So they can't really tell where the villagers are when they're blocked in like they are, so makes it a bit easier. But I would like to see if we can get another sheep. Because then it'll be a little bit quicker to get the wool we need anyway. And we can get started on breeding villagers. And then what I will do is kind of between the stream and the video, or between this stream and the next stream, I will make sure we have everything ready for building the iron farm, or if it's between the streams, because if I don't do a video next week, I will try and make sure the iron farm is done. But I intend to do a video, like that is it's the idea. So my plan for next week, not set in stone by any means. My plan is going to be 4 streams, 2 Heartopia, 2 Pokopia, 2 Hogwarts Legacy videos, and then a Minecraft video, and more than likely a Dreamlight video, because it'll be Dreamlight Weekly Reset video. That's the plan. If that happens, we'll have to see, because that's a lot of content. But I'm all for doing it. I have so much fun doing this, so I'm all for doing loads of content, because I'm playing the games anyway. Like, if I wasn't doing this, I'd still be playing the games, so I may as well do this. So I really don't mind how much content I get out, because I enjoy playing them, so I may as well play them. And yeah, it's nice to make the loads of content that I make on the channel. So obviously making all the content that I have to edit is maybe time consuming, because that's, I think, 7 or 8 videos I said I'm going to try and do. That's one hell of a lot of editing, but we will do it. Maybe not every week. You might not get that every week, but I have an extra day off at the minute next week, so we're all good. Because next week I have 3 full days where I can make content all day if I wanted to. But I'm not going to make it all day, but that's like what we're going to do. That's the plan. So we will see how it goes. Though it doesn't look like I've got a sheep here, which is really rather annoying. Because that does mean it's just going to take a bit longer than it maybe needs to get this up and running, because obviously we need the villagers to have space. Right, they should both have a bed. Albeit one of them's probably on this bed, but it's fine. Or we can, to be honest, should we just stick the bed in there with them? I think we should. Just stick the bed in here. There you go. So they should now both have a bed. And then let's just bring this out this way. And then bring it over here so that we have more space. However, I need to just place the ladder on there. Just so we can get in and out. And it is worth noting, villagers do like a good escape plan. Villagers love a plan of getting out of their confinement. So we need to make sure they don't get out. See, he's straight up for go on the old wall. But we need space for them. Like, they need space to grow a family, so that is why we need to give them the space. Because at first, like, I didn't give them the space because I just needed to get them safe. That was my main concern at first, was like, they need to be safe. Above all else, they need to be safe. But they are now safely hidden away. So what we can do is, if we harvest the wheat, we can make a bunch of bread and get them ready for making baby villagers. So that will work. Oh, did I never finish the carrots? Oops. That was a long time ago. That was a few weeks that's been like that, because I don't harvest the carrots. I only harvest the potatoes. That's what I eat. I eat baked potatoes in Minecraft all the time. That's literally all I ever eat. But I have all of these farms that I do every time. It's like, I'm not actually going to use them. But it is what it is, like. Baked potatoes are a half decent food, so And they're a good early game food. Like, 'cause you get loads of it really quickly, so. Like, I think I did all of the farming. I started off with a bit of bone meal, and then it's like, well, I don't need to worry about it now. Like, the farm, it makes it all itself, so. But let's make the bread. We'll give this villager a bunch of bread. It might be because mob griefing's off. I have mob griefing off because it annoys me if it's on. But they can't, they like won't pick up the items if it's off. Because it's technically called griefing. So we'll do that. And it just means we need to be a little bit more careful of creepers for a little bit. But yeah, while the grass grows and wheat grows, and while everything grows, the grass obviously to get the wool a bit better, because we want to keep the sheep safe, so we need that like that. And do we have, actually, I was going to say, should we maybe put jacaranda fence gates at the entrance to the lab, just to make it semi-safe? Let's head over here, because we have 24 jacaranda planks. Because jacaranda obviously goes with the colour. And I kind of think I might use some more jacaranda anyway. You know, like in the entrance, and before we get to... Oops. Before we get to, like, the actual main part of it, which is going to be made predominantly out of diorite, I think. Because I think I'm going to use, like, diorite bricks, because I really like those. And then for the floor we could use... Like, we could use jacaranda for the floor, I think. That'd be nice. Let me make some of that. Just so we can make... We only need 3 jacaranda fence gates. So, let's see. Do we I think we place these here. And then... I mean, we need a crafting table inside the lab anyway. So, if we do that... The grass is very, very good on growth. We're just going to place a crafting table in here. And then... in this little kind of corridor that's going to go... The corridor is going to go to about here. So, let's mine this. Oops, I did not need to do that. We only need to do that, right? Okay, so what I'm thinking is if we do that on both sides, we can make the entryway, and then we will extend this like that. Though that being said, oh, the sheep's regrown, and like the crazy person that I am, I put the shears away when I need them, which is not clever. Right, so he gave you 3 wool. Perfect. Perfect. Let me use oak planks, because I don't want to use the jacaranda, because we've got a plan for those. We always have a plan for the jacaranda. So, we've got another white bed, so that should mean the villagers can now, in the morning, make a baby villager. For now, we're going to sleep in a sleeping bag, because we want to stay alive as well. And we don't want creepers to spawn, because mob griefing is on at the minute. So we don't want that to happen. And that's all now got grass on it, so we can go and mine the grass. There we go. Make this a bit neater. And then are these entering love mode? Come on. They should now enter love mode because there's an extra bed. I'm also going to temporarily move these. I've decided I'm going to temporarily... no. It's probably best to do it like that. There we go. They've entered love mode. Right. So they're going to now start making the baby villagers. And while they do that, how far can we go in this direction? We could currently go as big as what we have. Okay, that's good. So if we mine up all this, this is going to be the size of the thing. So by rights, yeah, we should be able to mine up all of this then. And this is going to be the area that we have. I'm going to have to block this with dirt. I just realised I let the... I took the wall out and I'm like, hang on. The villagers can escape. We need to sort that out quickly. So right, there should now be 3 villagers in there. Because that's what they have beds for. So, yeah, we have 2 adults and a baby, which is good. So, as we get more wool like that, so this should now let them make another baby villager. Which will also mean we have the villagers we need to be able to trade as well. Because it's the pumpkin trades that we really want. He's going to be the easy one because I've got carrots to spare. Potatoes I don't have spares of. I don't carry spare potatoes. Because I eat the potatoes, so... yeah. Right. So that wall's going to come out everywhere. And this needs to come out as well, okay. And I did actually do it 4 high. So... and then it should go to... So... The wall will be here, so it needs to go 1 further back. Okay. And obviously, we won't always have the villagers in there. Like, we will move the villagers on eventually. They're just there for safety. Oh, another 3. Perfect. Because that means I can make another bed. And there's now 2 baby villagers. Go on, you can make a 3rd now. So we need... I think it's between 15 and 20 villagers in total. And then we need some for trading. Oh, he's regrown his wool already. Oh, it's only 2 this time. Okay. I did stick a random jacaranda in there, didn't I? Oh, 1 jacaranda plank. It's not going to do much, to be honest. Let's go and grab the jacaranda that is in here. Yeah, because we have a stack of jacaranda logs. You can go on. No go. So if we do that, we will be able to then get at least the entry walls in. Because the entry walls is going to be what's made out of the jacaranda. Yeah, so that needs to be jacaranda as well, okay. So the idea is we go to there, I think. Yeah. And then we just need to remove the items here. Because we may as well keep it all the same as much as we can. So if we do that, and then the rest of the walls then, from there, can be diorite brick. And this will give us plenty of space to store all the pumpkins and all of that we could ever need. And already we have more melons than we could ever need. Because we have a little bit of a problem. Pumpkins are doing well. Melons and sugarcane are very full. And that's not useful, to be honest. But we will deal with that when I actually make the storage system in here. So when I make a storage system for this place, you know what, I'm gonna just change to make a stone pickaxe. I don't want to waste my iron pickaxes when I'm mining floor. Oh, we've got cats spawning now. That's nice. I don't have any more fish for them, and the cat's just gonna get itself stuck if it's not careful. Right, so we need to mine that one there. There we go. So if we mine now all of the floor, deliberately avoiding the villager area because we don't want to let the villagers go free. There we go. And we need more planks. Okay, let's make some redwood planks. Because I wanted to use the redwood just because, as I say, I have plans for the jacaranda. I don't want it to use that. So it should now have 3 babies, hopefully. Yeah, it's got 3 babies, so go and make some more. And then we can place torches like that. Keep this place well lit up. And let's just turn all of the jacaranda into planks. And thinking about it, where the villagers are is mostly covered in beds for most of the floor, so might not be that bad mining the floor under them because they still can't get under a bed. Though I am equally going around the sheep. The little sheep that's staying in here, we are working around the sheep as well. And it's now going to try and use the jacaranda, so we're going to have to craft this ourselves. If we can actually function on the controller. That would be good. Right. Have you got yourself trapped? Is he trapped because of the ladder? Probably. There you go. Go sleep. Go sleep, good sir. I believe I can still get out. Maybe with a bit more of a challenge. We're going to have to mine an extra block just to get out. There we go. We can still get out with the one ladder. just to make sure he doesn't keep getting himself stuck. And I'm going to keep getting the wool, even though we are now past the ability of making more beds because we don't have space for them. But let's continue doing the floor of the lab for what we can. I'm deliberately leaving that as dirt, as the grass, just as a failsafe, so we can't run out of grass in here. Because the sheep absolutely cannot eat that grass. So if it manages to work its way through all of the grass without it growing back, that's going to cause a problem. So we're going to be clever with it. And we're going to mine that. Right, okay, so do we have any more jacaranda? I can make a little bit more jacaranda, but that's like all we've got. Which, we've made a good chunk, we've done a good chunk of the floor. You know, this build's already looking better and more complete. Just by having the entry walls and a floor. And like, this place isn't safe. I've just thought, like, something can very easily get over there. It's not very safe, but... And equally, anything could just fall in, I think. Should we... I'm going to change my mind on the design slightly. I'm going to put the gates there. There we go. It's now safe. It's now safe because anything that drops from here will end up there. And anything that's on there can't get in here. So nothing can get in when it shouldn't. So that's good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some more sticks. Because I'm going to need more stone pickaxes to mine all this out. So the idea is this is obviously going to connect all the farms together. So we've already gone this far back. Because I eventually would place a ladder from each of the farms going into the area. So let's make another stone pickaxe. And we can mine the rest of this. So everything that we had previously mined out has now been dealt with. And this is now all the right size, I think. Maybe. Like, we might be a little bit short on this bit. Because this goes to 368. Okay. So if this goes to 368... Yeah, it is right. Okay, that's good. Temporarily, we're going to place an extra ladder there. Just to make sure we can access this. And it looks like they need more bread. Because it looks like they've run out of ability to continue making the baby villagers. So I say we work on that. And equally, we need to get some of this cobblestone away. Once again, I know it sounds like the zombies are really close, but they're above us. Because they will go to as close as as close as they can to the villagers, even if they can't pathfind to the villager. They'll go as close as they possibly can find. No. Okay. Looks like we've got a creeper hole to deal with. You know, this is why I have mob griefing off. Is because I don't want to deal with this. There you go, that'll do. Right, while I'm out here, I'm going to turn mob griefing off because it stops me getting annoyed with creepers. Because creepers are the most annoying mob, I think. That and Quetzals. Creepers are the most annoying Minecraft mob. Quetzals are the most annoying Compycraft mob. Though I believe the Rex is pretty deadly. I've not come across one in survival mode before, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be pretty difficult to get for Azu. So we will have to see if we actually manage that, because that's going to be difficult to survive getting. And let's just clear out this. Just so if we clear the kind of fallen trees first, and then go and do some of these trees, and we'll make sure we occasionally replant. Because like, we're going to use a lot of jacaranda wood, so we need to replant, because otherwise it's going to be quite the replanting thing when we run out. So we'll just keep an eye on the saplings next time we come back up. We might have some already down here, maybe. Doesn't look like it's giving us very saplings. Okay, we'll come back up in a minute. We'll just go down and do more of the floor, because we have got like over 2 stacks, so that's good going, I think. So if we do that, then. So yeah, this is going to be, as I say, this is going to be the floor. Which is very big. Let alone the fact that we don't actually know where the farms are from down here. Like, I definitely don't know where any of the farms actually are. But I'm pretty sure that this goes to the, at least near to the melon and pumpkin farm. I think it does. I'm just going to need more of these. Right. There we go. So, let's see, because I don't need that out of there. So, we've done the floor as much as we can, I think. Other than in the villager area, which is going to be difficult to do, I think. So let's... No, no, no. Don't go under the bed. Don't go under the bed. Good. We don't want villagers under beds. I mean, we don't want villagers down actually on this level anyway, because hard at work changing floors. It would probably be easier to do this when it's night time, to be fair. Because it'll be easier to do this when the villagers are asleep. Oh, no. Right, let me grab this bed. Put the bed back, put that in there. There we go. The floor is, as much as I can manage, done. I'm just going to get out of there. So, yeah, as much as we can do, the floor's done. The walls is going to be, obviously, a lot more challenging because I don't have any resource for it at all. But let's go round, because we need to see if we can get any more jacaranda saplings from what we took down. And we could take out some of the leaves that are just lying around, because they're not the greatest at decaying. So if we take these out, we can get some, and we can plant. We'll plant one there, and then we'll go and actually fill this space up as well over time with them. Because over, like, even though we've only been in this world a few weeks, we have done massive deforestation of the jacaranda trees. So we maybe need to think about reforest. We maybe need to do some reforesting. But we could do that at another time. Because for now I need to do some calculation quickly before we end the stream. Because we've been live for nearly 2 hours. So this goes to 152 on the X. How far back does the thing go? How far back do we go in here? That's not going to work. I need to go actually in 3 the 4 block for that. Right. Let me just put a touch there. So, does this go all the way back to 152? No. But close enough. So what's above here then? I'm a bit concerned that it's dirt, to be honest. I'd rather it wasn't dirt. Because that means we're more than likely underneath the farm. The actual farm bit of the farm. Okay, what's above that then? Rails. Yeah, great. Let me head up here. Okay, that's where we are. So we need to go across a bit. Okay. Can we? Yeah, we combine that. Okay. There we go. So if we, instead of doing that here, we'll just go a couple of blocks across. So is this going to be better? Right, because we know where the dirt, like we know where the actual farm is, so surely this is going to be okay, maybe? Right, that's redwood. Oh. Let's... Okay, we could go here then. So this will mean we can access the farm. Or we will be able to. We don't quite have enough. Oh, we do actually have enough. Right. So we can access the farm from our lab AFK area. So just this ladder will go to the melon and grape farm. That's good. Oh, we got a little cat. We've got another cat in here. Right. So it's night time. And I don't fancy going out there. So thank you very much for watching this stream. And joining me as we have built around all of the farms. The melon and grape farm and the sugarcane farm. That's not good. I was only staring off in space. I wasn't looking at him. I was not looking at the Enderman. Don't decide to go after me while I was trying to end the stream. But thank you very much for joining me today as we have done the building around the farms, melon and grape and the sugarcane farm. And we have done the floor in our lab area. And behind the wall here is the villagers ready for an iron farm. So thank you very much for watching the stream. If you did enjoy, make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.